Imagine now, as you begin to relax, that you're allowing yourself to understand something deeply. Something that's always been there, but perhaps until now you haven't fully realized it. You see, you've always been in a world where everyone is looking for a connection, where everyone wants to be understood, truly understood, in ways that matter to them. And as you begin to notice this, you might even begin to see how it all connects. Because after all, isn't it true? What you project into the world is what you want back. Isn't it true when you say something? You're not just saying it, you're revealing something important about yourself, your desires, your needs. And wouldn't it be fascinating to realize when others speak, they're doing the same thing? Now just think about how other people speak, how they express their thoughts, their desires, their frustrations. What do they truly want? What do you truly want when you speak? You might find deep down, everyone is in some way selfish. And in a world where everyone is selfish, each person is simply trying to get something back, trying to understand themselves through others. And that's where the magic happens. That is where the echo technique becomes so powerful, so incredibly effective. Imagine now, you've just heard someone speak their desire. It could be anything. They've said something. And without needing to think much about it, you simply repeat it back to them, perhaps as a statement, or even as a question. Notice how they react. Notice how their eyes light up, how their posture shifts, how their energy increases. Because as they hear their own words reflected back to them, they feel seen. They feel heard in a way that most people never experience. Isn't it true that everyone wants that feeling? And here's the secret. By repeating their words, you don't just mirror them. You're stepping into their world, understanding their unique perspective, their internal language, their values. You're showing them you understand their words exactly as they see it. And isn't that what everyone wants? Someone who understands them fully, completely. You see, everyone has their own unique map of reality, their own personal world, shaped by their experiences, their beliefs, their desires. And when you echo their words, you connect with their map. You get a glimpse of the structure of their thinking. So that's the first step in understanding what they truly value. And by understanding their world, you unlock the door to creating a deeper connection, a more powerful bond. Now, take a moment to consider something simple. Someone says, "I want a piece of fruit." And you, without hesitation, give them an apple. But then they respond with frustration. "Why did you give me an apple? I wanted an orange." What happened there? Did you hear their words? You did, didn't you? But did you hear their meaning? You see, their unique world doesn't just see fruit as fruit. No. Their world is filled with their own internal definitions, their preferences, their desires. An apple might not be what they wanted at all, because their unique descriptions of fruit include something entirely different from yours. Isn't it fascinating how just one simple word can carry such a deep personal meaning? And here's where it gets really interesting. You now realize to truly understand another, you need to ask. You need to dig a little deeper into their language. When you ask them what they mean, you're connecting with them at a profound level. And when you ask, you don't just get an answer, you get an insight into their world, into their structure, their definitions. And from there, the magic happens, because now you can match their world. You may have noticed through this process, certain words, certain experiences, they have unique meaning for each person. These are what NLP calls modalities. They're the building blocks of how we experience the world. Through sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. These are the pathways, the filters, through which everyone experiences the world. Imagine now you're in a conversation with someone who sees the world through the visual modality, who values what they see, who describes everything in terms of images, colours, shapes. And as you listen, you realize you can begin to speak their language. You can start to use words like clear, bright, sharp, and focus. And you can begin to notice their expression change as they hear these words, as you match their visual world. They feel heard, don't they? Or perhaps you're talking to someone who experiences the world through sound. Their world might be filled with melodies, with tones, with echoes. When you speak their language, you might notice yourself using words like loud, soft, sharp, or harmony. Suddenly, the connection deepens, and they feel understood on a profound level, don't they? And then there's the person who experiences the world through kinesthetic senses, the person who values touch, feelings, and movement. When you begin to use words like smooth, comfortable, rough, or gripping, you notice a shift in their energy, don't you? They begin to relax, or perhaps they become more engaged, more present. They can feel the connection. Or you might find yourself speaking to someone who's deeply connected to their olfactory or gustatory senses, the smells and tastes that define their world. Can you imagine using words like rich, spicy, tangy, or sweet in the right context? And as you do, you see the eyes light up, because they've been transported to a place where they feel fully understood. And so, as you begin to see, hear, and feel your way into someone else's world, you realize something extraordinary. It's all a dance, a rhythm, a reflection of what they want and need. And when you match that rhythm, you become their mirror, reflecting their desires back at them in ways to make them feel safe, heard, and understood. Isn't that powerful? And as you move through the world understanding structure of others' language, you can at any moment step into their shoes, walk their path, see through their eyes, simply by understanding the way they talk, the way they feel, the way they think. And now, as you continue your journey, take a moment to recognize how powerful this can be, not just for connection, but for creating harmony in every interaction. Each time you listen, each time you echo, each time you match, you become a master of connection, a creator of powerful bonds that resonates deeply, effortlessly. And all of this, it's available to you, effortlessly, naturally. Every time you step into the rhythm of the echo technique, you begin to see what they see, hear what they hear, feel what they feel, and you understand what they value at the deepest level. And as you do, they'll begin to see you as someone who truly understands them, who can match their needs, their desires, their unique map of the world. So now, with this awareness, you can move forward knowing every conversation is an opportunity. Every moment is a chance to connect, to reflect, to match, and create a powerful, effortless bond. And isn't that the essence of true communication?